Hello and welcome back to our HIP Republic of Ireland campaign. In our last episode, the crusade down in Sicily ended and it went to England as expected, but I think they've had a succession over there since then. And presumably the two titles went to different characters, so Sicily is now independent down here under this king who is attacking Apulia. Okay, I guess he has de jure claims over all of southern Italy here, so he can attack people pretty freely down there. England, having a succession though, also ended our truce with them after their embargo war, which meant we can build trade posts in their territory again, which we are doing down here in Cornwall and Devon. And we're sort of out of money now, so that's about all we can do for the moment, so let's unpause and allow those to build. We have an important decision available. Offer a 200 gold donation to our liege. Why would we do that? As your liege is building a war chest, you can seize the opportunity and send a generous donation. You can gain a favor. We could probably use this favor to get him to declare war on somebody. I think that's something you can do with favors. And we do have CB on the High King of Tara here, because we own this city, so we could take the whole county. Okay, let's do this. I said we're low on money, so this is making our situation even worse on that front, but we'll see. Donald Dove has refused our generous donation. He claims that you're just trying to gain leverage on him. Outrageous. Okay, so we gain back our 200 gold and he is insulted. Oh, well, that kind of backfired. But at least we didn't lose the gold, I guess. I guess we can just buy a favor from him, probably. He wants 504 gold. I guess that's the issue. 200 wasn't enough. End of an empire. Whether by external pressures or internal corruption, the Empire of Persia has been reduced to a remnant of its former glory. So this guy is something to do with this, apparently. No longer seen as a true empire by others, nor able to deem itself such without risking blasphemy, it has succumbed to its weakness and is forfeit. This guy, the former emperor, okay, has surrendered his imperial crown and accepted the lesser title, Sultan of Gilan. Alright, well, I guess if that's all the land he has, no wonder he can't really justify being called an emperor anymore. I guess land down here as well, actually. Surely a great misfortune or good riddance. Surely a great misfortune, I suppose. Alright, so another autosave, another year. Let's check on the Republic succession. We're still well ahead of the other contenders, but we're actually only a couple of years younger than the current Grand Mayor ourselves, so there's a decent chance that we'll just die before him anyway, which I suppose is an argument that we should keep a whole bunch of money on hand so that we can make sure to buy the election, even if we are a different character. Our current heir is our brother Aina, who also is no spring chicken himself. Ideally, we want our genius son to inherit, but I think he won't be able to inherit the Republic until he's of age, so ideally we'll live another 9 years and we can just get that sorted out. Our liege is trying to institute low burgher obligations. Okay, so I think he already did low clergy obligations. I guess that didn't pass. So the burgher obligations is a bigger deal. This will... Essentially it's a -6 to burgher vassal opinion, and most of the vassals in the Republic are burghers. So this will affect us once we're in charge of the Republic. Effectively it'll be a -6 opinion modifier, or looking at it another way, we won't get a +6. I guess it's not a huge deal though, we can always revert this if we want to. And it does give us increased taxes. I guess we'll approve. It seems like people are going to vote against it anyway. It says the Grand Mayor is voting against it. Which doesn't seem right, but... Alright, I guess it's been passed. I suppose that means we're paying more to him in taxes for the time being, since we're a burgher vassal ourselves. But that's less of a concern to me, I think. Something we could do right now, we're building 2 upgrades in the same county in Antrim here, so it might be worth having our stewards oversee construction instead of collecting taxes to get those done quicker. So this is currently going to be done on 20th of June, 1104. Of August 1103, so we're taking almost a whole year off that. That definitely seems worth it. We'll lose income in the meantime in the form of not getting that bonus to our taxes, but since we're building an upgrade that's going to increase our tax income, I mean, we could work out at what point this is going to break even and start paying for itself, but we'll just assume that it will at some point. You've discovered a plot where this person seeks to kill us. Okay, thanks for telling me. You can ask her to end the plot, but she won't. And apparently this isn't just a result of our paranoia. She is actually plotting to kill us, I think. So we can go into hiding. Probably. I guess we can't go into hiding. Maybe this is also because our liege has us researching economy tech in Dublin. One of my newest personal servants is a diligent fellow, determined even. He always makes sure I do things on time. It pays to have a servant like him. So we get extra diplomacy and stewardship, okay. I suppose we could try to use our spy master. I don't know if we can have her end plots. She can uncover plots. But that doesn't actually help us end them. So I don't think there's anything we can really do about this. She has no backers and only 32% plot power, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Our kinswoman here needs a childhood focus. Faith? She has 2 learning already. Seems okay. So I guess we won't be declaring war on King Donal ourselves, but our liege could just decide to do it of his own accord without us calling in a favor or something. So it seems like he doesn't have much military strength, so we have our trade post finished down here. Our other one should finish very soon as well, which now gives us much larger connected area of sea zones, and in fact most of them are controlled by our family even, which is great. Dear Lord Mayor Donal, this is the leader of the Prosperity faction, which still is unhappy. Okay. My faction supporters are prepared to overthrow our liege, Grand Mayor Donald Dove, should he refuse our rightful demand that the tax and levy obligations placed on these cities be reduced. Okay, so he's annoyed that the burgher focus, or burgher obligations, went up in the Republic of Meath. I ask that you either stand at our side now or stand aside, should civil war prove necessary. So we can stand with the Lord Mayor here, or we can stand neutral and refuse to take sides. Well, we are in the Prosperity faction, I think. We're not in the Prosperity faction. I thought we joined it. We'll stand with him, I suppose. We must do so manually. Okay. Well, let's do that then. I thought we had joined this already, but I guess not. Alright, so we'll see what happens. Looks like our cousin in Kildare has also joined the faction. It seems that Grand Mayor Donald Dove saw the wisdom in not facing down his vassals in a civil war, for he has caved to the Lord Mayor's demands. He sent word his allies may stand down, and thanks you for your valued support. Okay, so he's grateful. And I'm assuming that that means that burgher obligations are back down to minimum. Okay. And now the Prosperity faction is neutral. I see. Well, fair enough. I guess we could leave the Prosperity faction now if we want to. We may as well. We could see what kind of factions we could start of our own. We could start a Glory faction or Tradition faction. Likes winning wars, holding tournaments, or a Tradition faction likes High Piety, Holy Wars and Crusades. Not sure that any of those are really in our interest. Court faction, what are you interested in? Feasts and tournaments, vassal tax privileges. We'll probably just stay out of the factions for the moment. What kind of war is going on here? He's attacking the Umurkathas again. Trying to take a trade post in Dublin. I see. I kind of thought we had the trade post in Dublin, but I suppose we don't. We have 4 trade posts here. Yeah, that's the same as it was before, I think. But if he gains this, he's going to have 1, 2, 3, also 4. So we're going to need to build another trade post in this zone, I suppose. I really thought we had this one. Possibly it changed hands at some point and I just didn't notice. Seems unlikely. I guess we'll build one here rather than in England, just so that it won't get destroyed if they declare another embargo war. This puts us at 12 of 14, okay. Donald Dove has declared a war for the city of Dungannon. Here. So this will go to the Uflaberta family. Okay. I kind of wish he would declare war for some of my claims, but that's fine. Stop right there, criminal scum, the city guard yells as you merely pick up an apple to judge its quality while visiting a food vendor. The guard, embarrassed, admits he was too hasty in thinking you were a thief, not even realizing that you were his lord. He was a bit rash, but better safe than sorry, so we can gain 1 piety. We can laugh at him and call him a fool for prestige, or we can imprison him for a day to teach him a lesson which could result in us losing the just trait, which we don't want to do. We'll just say he's a fool. Alright, our nephew needs an education focus. So he's become rowdy, haughty, and an idolizer. So, Rowdy's good, Idolizer's bad for Marshall. Rowdy's bad for Intrigue. Haughty is bad for Stewardship. No. Pros or cons for Diplomatic. And Idolizer is good for Learning. So I guess we'll get him a Learning education. Which is not the most useful. And our kinswoman Anya needs a childhood focus. She's actually already quite good at diplomacy, so I guess we'll go for etiquette there. Try and get her diplomacy up even higher. Alright, so our 2 upgrades are finished. Should improve our income, and we should definitely switch our steward back to collecting taxes there. We'll see what our income goes up to. That was apparently our heir's wife dying. Okay, so we should get him married to somebody else. Let's check on his children. Alright, you're the fertile person who we were just dealing with. Alright, so he can still have plenty of children for us, which is something that we would like. So we'll try and find a young genius that he can get married to. Unfortunately, she's chaste. Let's just search for other geniuses. There is a non-chaste genius. We'll get a non-aggression pact with some bishop or other, so I guess that's a bonus. Not that it really matters too much, probably. Alright, a son was born to our nephew, Aina, who's ill. We can press a weak claim on behalf of our heir's new wife, which actually the council would approve of. We would be declaring war on France, so that seems like a terrible idea. Alright, looks like our liege is going to have no problem winning this war. It's come to my attention that the Chancellor of Waterford, this mayor, has bribed and threatened his way through my domain, trying to get enough people to recognize a claim on my title that he has fabricated for his liege. Well, we'll just have to assume that our liege will defend us if they declare for that. They actually might, since he has 3,000 troops. And, oh, actually our liege has 3,600. May have hired some mercenaries or something, because I could have sworn he had less. Or fewer. No, I guess that's just from his domain and vassals. Guess our monthly income is up over 30 gold after those latest upgrades, so that's pretty good. And our spy master has been caught trying to learn of the new technological advances made in one of France's provinces. She's the Queen of Scotland as well. Okay, so Scotland and France are married. Interesting. Different heirs, though, so they won't go to the same character. Alright. This is intolerable, and as to stop further interference, I've arrested her. Most unfortunate, and her opinion of me goes down. Okay. So we need to appoint a new spy master. And I guess our niece can do it. I guess we'll just send her right back to study technology over here. Maybe actually the capital of the HRE would be better. Speaking of our niece, incidentally, we could use her to gain some more adult male dynasty members in our court by getting her married matrilineally to somebody. Oh, we can't get her married matrilineally, apparently. Oh. Never mind then. I assumed we would be able to. No big deal though, I guess. We have only one child of our own, but our brother here has a few, and let's see, our other brother here. Yeah, we're not doing too badly. Who are you imprisoned by? Asked to ransom her. Yeah, sure. A wealthy local noble is looking to escape the consequences of several indiscretions on his part against a female member of the Ubrenon family. He has offered to pay handsomely for passage on one of your ships to a foreign port where he can hopefully lay low for a few years. We'll happily accept his 100 gold. Okay, she's released as well. Can we incidentally get her married matrilineally? It seems not. Let's see if we do it this way. Some random courtier, like Enrique here. No, we just can't select matrilineal. Okay. So our liege has won a siege over here. Should we go and fight the army at some point? And we finished our trade post, and the county in the meantime has been conquered by England, so I guess trying to build it outside of England didn't even work. Alright, so we should retain control over this zone no matter what happens here, and in fact this trade post did go to the Flabberters. So our liege says, in my continuing efforts to safeguard the security of the Republic, I think it best if my family assumed direct control over several strategic trade posts currently owned by House Ukinsla. Thank you for your understanding. So he's just going to take our trade post? What? Can we do this if we're in charge of the Republic? He's just going to take this trade post. Well, I don't appreciate that. I think that might be a plot to seize trade posts. We still have control over it, it looks like. So did this not happen? Looks like we still have it, so let's not worry about it. One of my close servants seems rather sullen lately, so I asked him if anything was wrong. He told me he recently was sent by my cook to buy a pig. Oh, this is the pig in a poke incident again. We'll just laugh at him. We did lose control over this zone, actually. Oh, we lost this trade post. Well, I see. I guess we don't really have any recourse there. We can't plot to take it back or anything. We have to have a similar number of trade posts to plot to seize them. Which we don't in any case here. Alright. Well, that's pretty annoying. So I guess we might want to start extending our zone of control down here at some point. I think we can't really afford to do that now. We're going to want to keep a lot of money on hand to make sure that we can buy elections. Looks like this guy is maybe catching up a bit. And especially if we die before the Grand Mayor, we're going to need to pour a bunch more money in here because our next in line is going to have less age and prestige on his side. Maybe not that much less age if it's Aina here, but probably less prestige. We'll keep our money for the moment. That does make me feel like I might be justified in trying to plot to kill Donald Dove, though. Great friend of our father as he was, he seems to not hold any affection for me, thanks to his long friendship with my father. So why should we hold affection for him? Maybe we'll see if this is something that we could get done. No, it seems like he's pretty popular with everybody else, so guess nobody is going to help us out there. Alright, well I think we'll just leave this episode here then. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.